Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been eagerly waiting for us has arrived. It is our great honor to invite a visionary leader, a guiding force, and an inspiring personality. His life itself is an example of unwavering dedication to the cause of social upliftment, a distinguished leader, a symbol of dignity and public service. With deep commitment to governance, special development, and inclusive progress, His honor has been a guiding light, upholding the values of the Constitution and inspiring citizens through dedicated service. It is now our great privilege to invite our Honorable Governor of State, Shri Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar to render the inaugural address.
Namaskaram. Today is a day, it is just after celebrating Adi Shankaracharya's Jayanti. And I have come here to meet you all people who are devotees. And just now we have unveiled a small statue of Adi Shankaracharya. It is a great privilege for me on this very occasion here in the Sandipani Sadhanalaya just to felicitate, to publish the books and felicitation of the people who are guiding us. That is the function today. And on this very function, on the dais, we have amongst us Swami Asheshananda ji, Sandipani Charitable Trust's Chairman K.K. Padmagirish ji, former Chief Investigation Officer of the Police, Shri Ajit Kumar Verma ji, संघ के RSS के प्रचारक, बहुत पुराने प्रचारक. I am told that Thengdi ji also blessed him, Dattopan Thengdi ji. So such a honor to him, and it is honor to have him along amongst us. I say Sri Setu Madhavan ji, retired DIG of our state, Sri Dinesh ji, इस फाइन आर्ट्स सोसाइटी के सेक्रेटरी Shri Subramanyam ji, all other dignitaries sitting here, Sahodari, Sahodaran Mare, Namaskaram. Really, it is nice to be amongst you here. And we are witnessing some changes in the society. Changes in the society come when there are changes in our hearts. And that heart changing is happening these days. We have just released 2 books. On your behalf, I have released them. And these 2 books, one is Untold Narrative, and another is about our tribals, our Vanvasi Bandhu, and regarding them. Both the books are very much necessary to understand what is happening in our society, what the narrative is being set, how the tribals are being treated, how they were treated in earlier years. These books are very much important. Then we have also felicitated some people here. The word people, common people, is not suiting for them. It should not. Because they are the leaders of our society. They are the guides for our society. That is the reason why we have felicitated them. They have served the society without keeping any reservations, without keeping anything for themselves. That is the reason why we have felicitated them. My all pranams to all you people who are leaders of the society. As we were saying, and we have seen the Adi Shankaracharya's Murti Vigraha is there. I happened to be to Kaladi. Happened to means I purposely went there to Kaladi, at birthplace of Adi Shankaracharya. There are padukas are there of Adi Shankaracharya. I had a darshan. That time I was governor of Bihar when I went there. I do not know what Adi Shankaracharya had in his mind. Immediately after 1 month, he called me to be governor of Kerala. It was just for 1 month prior to this, I was there at his feet. And there is also one more reason to it. Why I had come to Kaladi? Because Adi Shankaracharya is spread over all our humanity and our country. In every Hindu's or Sanatani's heart, Adi Shankaracharya resides. In Bihar, there is one place, and that place is called Mahishi. Mahishi is the place where Shastrartha between Adi Shankaracharya and Mandana Mishra was held. That Shastrartha was held there. I visited that place first. And then I came to know that Adi Shankaracharya had come here for this Shastrartha. All our learned people will be understanding. I can't understand that what the Shastrartha and how it was. But you all will understand. That day I had some intuition that I should go to this place of Adi Shankaracharya. And that brought me here. I went there. I was expecting a very big mandir there, temple there. But there is not such a big devoted place. I think Chinmay Mission people, they are already there active in this. It should have been our part that Adi Shankaracharya, such a great person, we call him Bhagwan, and he is a gift of Kerala to the humanity. Why we should not have such a big temple or a center of pilgrimage there? Just yesterday, you all are aware, our beloved Prime Minister was in Kerala. Yesterday morning, before leaving Raj Bhavan, I was having a chat with him. We were sitting together, only two of us. I mentioned about this Kaladi's Shankaracharya's birthplace to the Prime Minister. He said, yes, I know. I have also visited. Prime Minister also had come there. I requested him that this should be on our map now. Kaladi should be there and it should be propagated through the world. That this is the place. Pradhan Mantri ji said, yes, I will keep this in mind. And we have to have a big place there. We have created Ayodhya. Now we are creating Sitamadi, the Janam place of Mata Sita near Janakpuri. That is also in Bihar. I had visited that, Punora Dham. So all these places are our inspiration. These people, physically these people are not here, but their souls are in our heart. Their preachings, their inspirations, their principles, All these are in our hearts. And that is the reason why you have already taken this as a campaign. Har 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 Shankar, Jai Jai Shankar. I will like to add one more sentence to this. It should be Har Har Shankar, Ghar Ghar Shankar. Har ghar mein, in every house, Shankar has to be there. This murti has to be there. This vigraha has to be there in every house. Then comes Jai Jai Shankar. Har Har Shankar, Ghar Ghar Shankar. This can be done. Because these people have guided not only our country but the humanity. People like this are very rare. We have to have in our house. Every day we will have to pray them, bow down before their statue. Give us something to our country, to our state, to our people here. That is what they have been giving us. And in this, I think the flow of thoughts, of the principles, of the preachings, the books which have been released today are very apt books. I was just asking Neela ji, no? Name Neela, no? Yes. What this book about? What is it? She said it is a narrative set by whom? She says it is regarding Dr. Hedgewar. What narrative we have to have now? Dr. Hedgewar's legacy. Param Pujaniya Dr. Ji, then Param Pujaniya Guru Ji's legacy is our narrative that we have to set today. Now, today's narratives are very different. Today's narratives, those who have come before our country, they have already occupied our mental state, our buddhimatta. They have occupied this. And what is the narrative? That let us be global, let us be this and that and that. For to be a global, we have to be a local. That we are forgetting. Now, just now we have seen what has happened in Pahalgam, in Kashmir. What is it? The global narrative, global preaching is only for the Sanatanis, not for other people. For them, they are not even local. They are so much confined to their minimum thoughts, minor thoughts. What are you? What is your religion? What is your dharma? And then you are shoot out. This is the narrative being said throughout the world. And this is not only Pakistan is related to this. There are many people are relating to this. In Western countries also are there. They all are funding such narratives, such atrocities, such terrorism are being funded by all these people. And they want me, my country, my people, and we all to be global. They don't want to be global. They want me to be global. But my dear friends, nobody should teach us what is global. We have narratives of thousands of years, thousands and thousands of years. We have always called everybody and we have considered this world as a family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam has been our slogan for years. Why other peoples are required to teach us? We know what it is. Our Rigveda has told us how all thoughts are have to come from all directions. That is what Rigveda has told us. This is what our Vedas and Puranas and Shastras has told us. And they want we to be global. That global narrative is being motivated in a false direction. They want we to be global, but they won't be global. So what narrative we have to set is, whatever we have, that has to be preached. We have seen their narratives. We have seen what they have been preaching. They have been preaching us. We know that about few centuries back, when Britishers came here, This first tried to capture our education system, our culture, our mutt, our mandir, our all those houses from where the culture was being propagated. They knew the education has to be taken into hand. So they started doing that. And they destroyed our system, destroyed. Many of you must be knowing this. Many of you are educationists, you are learned. When the Britishers came here and after taking over the whole country, whole nation, they did one survey. And that survey was done in Madras residency, Bengal residency. Punjab was not residency, it became residency later on. But Madras residency, there was a survey. What survey? Education survey. What was that survey? Survey is how much literacy in this country is. And they did. They had a presidency, they had a governors, commissioners. So they did the survey. It was authentic survey. And in that survey, in the 1818, after 1880, 1818, the survey's results were published in 1830. And those results are still before us. What was the survey? The literacy rate in this country, even Bengal residency, Bombay residency and Madras residency, the Bombay residency was covering even Punjab also. Later it becomes a different one. But then the survey reports are that not below 89% literacy was in our country when the Britishers came here. They saw this. Such a big literacy. Not even British was literate to this extent. They were just about 30 or 40%. But our country was 89%. 85 to 89%. Literacy was there. And this, if you read it in a detail, you will come to know in Bengal, there was one very big place which had 1 lakh villages. And out of that 1 lakh villages, all the villages had schools. All the villages. And under this school category, no Gurukul was counted. Gurukul was a different. All the schools. So that was our education system. And when Britishers left India, what was the literacy rate in our country? Britishers left our country in 1947. In 1948, again one survey was done. That time, our literacy rate was just 30%. Who was responsible for this? The narrative set by these people's invaders, those who came to this country, that was responsible. That was responsible for this. Not we. We had a very great heritage of education system. So also in GDP and everything. India's GDP was world's, when Britishers came here, India's GDP was about 32% of the world economy. And when Britishers left, it was just 2 point something. So they were responsible. But we were also responsible. We were not aware of what is happening. Even today we are not aware of this. What is happening in our houses, in our country, in our JILLA, in our state. You just see here what the education system of that Macaulay has done harm to us, destroyed. They destroyed everything. We all are sitting here. Are we aware what is happening in our houses? What is happening in our houses? In earlier years, we call our mother Amma, our father Achan, in other parts they call something Baba or something, Amma, Dai, many people, Amma, Ma, Ai. Are there Achan and Amma in our houses? Are there any Kaka or Chacha in our houses? Just sitting here, look into our houses, we have Mama, Ma, not Mummy, We have papa, we have daddy, we have auntie, we have uncle. We don't have all these our relations which were achan, which were amma, which were our other sisters. I don't understand in what Malayalam we call all these. But we have sister. We don't have now our sister. We have sister in English. We have daddy. We have papa. We have mummy. We don't have my achan, or I don't have my amma. That is what the destroying factor has been done by the education. That narrative was set by them. We have to decide what are we going to be tomorrow. So we have to decide today. That is exactly what we want. Sangha has been doing and celebrating its 100 years. Sangha never wanted to celebrate 100 years, centenary, never. You just go through Dr. Ji or Guruji's life history. They never said, we don't want to celebrate 100 years of Sangha, because Sangha is not an organization like others. Sangha has to be, RSS has to be assimilated in the society. It has to be part and parcel of society. Society should not feel that Sangha is different from us. That is what we wanted. But we have not been able to do it even after 100 years. Now let us work together. Let us decide. Yes, in next 50 years we will be doing this. We don't want to celebrate 150th year of RSS. We want to celebrate the assimilation of our society with the Sangha. Sangha Vichar. Not necessarily that everybody should go to Shaka and say Namaste Sadavatsale. But all will be in our Vichar Parivar. All will be thinking the way we are thinking, what the country needs and what everything. That is what we will be doing. That is the way to celebrate the 100 years of our Sangha. I think that has to be done. And we have to do it. We have to rededicate again and again to this cause. That is how we have to do some sankalpa today. We will do this. We will create a separate narration, separate narrative. What Adi Shankara stood for, all our sages and all our munis and all our purush and all our people, they stood for. That is what we are going to get in the family, in the society, and in the country. I always think that now this Pahalgam has happened. Why this Pahalgam should happen? Again, it is the point that we also have to reach to that particular sentiment, to that particular teaching. Our conversion is not physical conversion. We don't believe in that. We only believe in the mental conversion. Thinking, conversion in thinking, conversion in your thoughts. That is to be done. We have to dedicate ourselves today, again and again, that we will be doing in coming future. That is how we will be doing this sankalpa. Today's program is basically to felicitate all these people who have given guidance, service, and path to us how we should work. They have done their job. Now it is my job. Now it is our job. This is how we have to think. I just narrate one story to you and end my with my whatever it is. I know it is boring for you, but still I will. I was in Mumbai. That time I was in Mumbai as a pracharak, Sangha pracharak. And I had a friend there who was working in Times of India that time. So he was also a Swayamsevak, the friend. So he met me and we were just chatting. Many times we used to meet. One day he told me a story of his father. He was telling me in 1942 there was a big evolution in the country, big rousing in the country. Everybody was coming on the streets saying that Britishers quit India. Chale jao, Bharat chodo. That was the slogan. So everybody was on the streets, on the roads. Somebody has left his studies, somebody left his service, somebody left his profession. Everybody was there outside that our country should get freedom. That was the only thing, only motive. And all were on the road. And this was the narrative. Everybody was singing Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Vande Mataram, and this and that. Everything was there. Mumbai was the center for this. Gowalia tank and Azad Maidan. Now it is called Azad Maidan. So all these things were center for all this agitation. My friend's father was telling his son, this is how it was happening. And everybody charged with patriotism. Everybody wanted to get freedom. Now let us come out and do something. My friend asked his father, Baba, in Marathi they call Baba, Baba, tell me. All this was happening. Everybody was singing Vande Mataram. Everybody was coming out on the roads, streets, and everybody had left his family, his nokri, his studies, and everything. That time, where were you, my father? He asked his father, Baba, where were you? The father said, my friend's father said, son, look, I was sitting in my house and through my window, I was looking at all these things. I was just understanding. My friend told his father, Baba, I am ashamed of you. You should have been part of that agitation, part of that movement. Sitting in the house and looking at all these things through a window is not allowed. Baba, I am ashamed of you. Tomorrow, our children should not ask this to us. If they ask our children, we must have a correct answer. Yes, I was part and parcel of whole this movement and development in the state and the country. I was part of it. That should have been our answer. That is why I told you this incident particular. This happened to me, I told you. So this has to be there. Our children, our next generation will question us. Amma, where were you that time? I must be able to tell you, I was part of this change. I was doing this and I was there physically as well as mentally. I was doing this. Emotionally, I was involved and I wanted to change this, and we have done this for your posterity, for your generation. This is what we want to do today. Never we should be able to our children should never say, we are ashamed of you, my father and mother. They should say, we are proud of you. That is what we want. That is how we all are looking at this. I think I have just overdone all the things which I should have not done, because you all are very learned and very, you understand everything. If I tell you this much, you understand this much. This is what you all people are there. Forgive me for this, taking much more time of yours. Dhanyavad, Nanni.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring and thought-provoking. Have truly enriched this occasion and offered us valuable insights. We are deeply honored by a new mantra, Har Har Shankara, Gar Gar Shankara, Jai Jai Shankara. That will be our new mantra hereafter. As a token of our heartfelt gratitude, we would like to present a memento to our Honorable Governor, Shri Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar ji. I request Shri Sham Chaitanya to present the memento and our Honorable Governor to accept our token of respect. This is a small gesture to honor the immense contribution and presence that has made the occasion truly special. With this, we come to the close of today's function. Let us rise for the national anthem.